Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, November the 6th, and this is the Denver Business Beat podcast. My name is Arica Netterville with Heart Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and my special guest and my good Judy is Madelyne Smith with Standard Restoration. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, Arica.
So great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
And this weather.
You're telling me.
Gosh, this weather.
It's something else.
It has been consistently snowing since yesterday and snowed through till Saturday.
I know.
But in yours and mine field of work, that means we're going to get real busy.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about your current position with Standard Restoration and what you do.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I really just wanted to take a moment to appreciate you, Arica. I appreciate you putting this podcast on and inviting me on as well. This is definitely a great opportunity for our business and for me. But like you said, circling back, I am the business development representative for Standard Restoration. We are here to help you and support you for any water, fire, mold, asbestos, any troubles that you're having with any damage that need restoration. Unfortunately, it is a disaster business that we are in. So we try to really inflate our business with compassion to differentiate us from the next guy. Obviously, when we show up, you won't be in the best state. So we try to keep that in mind and really focus on impacting people with compassion and with quality. So quality, communication, and compassion are definitely the three focuses that we try to uphold in every single moment of every single day. Standard Restoration has many core values, but the main one being that quality and communication. And I definitely resonate with that in the sense that we go into every single experience understanding that your disaster is impacting your entire life.
Yeah.
So we really want to first compassion, second communication, third quality.
Right.
And going in with that plan and really helping you to understand and feel comfortable before we start to demo and bulldoze your house.
Right.
So it's very nice to work with a company who definitely understands the impact of the disaster. We're not excited that you've had a flood, but we're here to help.
Right. One of the things that I love about you, and you and I work a lot together, and we are out there in our communities networking and meeting different people. You just have this compassion to you, and when you're seeing your Christmas decorations and your photo albums floating in the basement and that pipe is busted or the radiator failed or the water heater punctured or that boiler broke down, it is the saddest thing. That customer is vulnerable. That customer is going through a loss of things, and then they're home. You're cutting sometimes 4 or 6 feet of drywall up so it can dry out. It is a horrible thing. Here's the real deal. This year we are going to have a hard winter, and as you've seen, we're right smack dab in the beginning of it. And when we get into low teens and below zeros, pipes do bust, things do freeze, and that is a big part of living in Colorado. And there are preventative measures that you can take to handle those types of natural disasters. But if it does happen to you, it's speedily, it's quickly that you're calling Madelyne, and we're going to give all that contact information so that she can get you dried out. She can get the mold and the mildew stopped before it's even starting, drywall removed, whatever the situation calls for. And then Heart's going to be right behind her after that water is cleaned up and dried out, and we're going to repair those pipes, or we're going to replace that water heater, or we're going to replace that boiler, or whatever the situation is of the equipment or the material that broke or failed in your home. And between she and I, we can get you back to life and back to normal and back to living as quickly as possible. We also have residential and commercial financing available for you to get your life put back as quickly as possible with small payments to take care of that. So if something does happen, you have two professionals here that can help you get your life back quickly and fast. We're going to dive backwards a little bit in this interview and start out with, where did you go to school, where did you grow up, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, so originally I am from Central Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, I definitely took a shift from the warm weather, the
Yeah.
nice ocean, into the cooler mountains.
Yeah.
But originally from Florida, I went to the University of Florida. I had started with a degree in botany, but very quickly switched to business. Just being that plants, were my hobby, and
Yeah.
I wish everyone could just enjoy their hobby as
Yeah.
their business, but as is reality. So I ended up moving to Colorado about 4 years ago in the middle of COVID. I took that opportunity, and I had been working in the restaurant space. So I'm originally a restaurant operations manager with a lot of facilities management background as well as people. So
Yeah.
I think in both experiences, I've taken a lot of the compassion aspect from everywhere that I go into the new opportunity, as it's just so necessary.
Yeah.
But yeah, myself being from Florida, I went to the University of Florida. I moved here about 4 years ago, and I have just loved it.
I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that we have a friendship outside of working, and then when we are at networking events and work events, I get to see you, and when I see you, we're always running to each other. It's like my bestie, and that feels really great. It's great to have somebody that is there for you, with you. We're not in the exact same industry, but we can help each other and help our customers and clients alike. So I'm really excited about that. Who has been a guide and a life mentor for you?
Honestly, I have really been inspired by a friend's mother of mine.
Aww.
Her name is Teresa. She has just been an incredibly impactful woman in the sense that she is very strong, very, I don't want to say controlling, but controlling. She knows where all of her ducks are and exactly what row they should be in.
Yeah.
And to be honest, she infuses everything with compassion. So she's definitely going to be telling you where to go, how to do it, what time to be there, but you feel like you want to go because of the way that she just infuses all of that warmth into you.
Yeah.
So I definitely try in my moments to embody her energy and really think about her.
Yeah. I'm super duper excited to sit down and get into this interview with you. If you can hold one memory and carry that with you for life, what would that memory be?
The instant memory that pops up is the moment that I met my dog. My dog and I have been together for about 8 years. I got her at the pound, as most people do, but she's a nice lab pit mix. She's about 40 pounds. And I went to the pound, my little self, 19, thinking, I'm just gonna get a dog. And I went in, we made eye contact. She did almost this like triple spin tornado move, and she peed all over. She peed all over me, all over the floor, all over everything, and that was the moment I knew I'm taking you home. And so I think that memory will stay in my back pocket just as the warmth of the connection, because over the 8 years that I've had her, I've been so fortunate to have this companion.
Yeah.
But it was just a funny occurrence because they're like, she's peeing, and she was doing the volcano move, and it was just so weird to see this tornado of pee happening. But yeah, I'll keep that with me forever because she's such a light.
Sometimes pee-pee and zoomies go together.
They have to. You never know. The excitement,
What makes you feel inspired and allows you to be the best version of yourself?
Well, luckily I'm in business development. So I think the answer to that is connection.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like my self-energy is the most resonated when I'm in connection with another person. I love to hear about people, what their experiences have been, what they're looking forward to in their life. So I just love to connect with people and move from there.
That is so beautiful. I absolutely love that. What are you most excited about in the years to come?
In the years to come, I am super excited to see where all the connections will take me. So I feel like every connection that I have is a little, line in the fish.
Sure.
So I'm fishing. I have a bunch of rods, a bunch of poles out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I am just always excited every day to see which line will bite, what will happen, the good, the bad, the ugly. I really am just excited every day to see what those connections will produce.
Oh, I love that. Do you have a piece of advice for somebody that's wanting to get into the business development field?
Fake it till you make it is 100% the best advice. I will have every day, you wake up, you feel different, and there are days that you wake up, you feel like a 10. You're ready to go out there, talk to anybody about everything.
Right.
You can sell, a fish some water kind of situation. But I think there are days that you wake up and you don't feel that way, and you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, your hair's not looking right, something's going wrong, and you just have to really have this idea in your mind. And I have
Yeah.
this, version of me, we'll call her Megala Madelyne. And she gets, empowered. I try to really envision myself and think, okay, what am I lacking right now? How can I imaginarily produce that? And let me put on that fake it till you make it hat and try my best. So I think fake it till you make it and just do the best that you have every day, your different capacity. You'll be at a different level. So just be mindful of that and graceful for yourself.
Yeah, I think as business development representatives, we both are for our businesses, you have to be on every day. And there are times where you're going through a personal matter or you're not feeling well, and you still have to go on and you have to fake it till you make it. And there's days where I have felt terrible, and I went ahead and got myself dressed, put myself together, listened to my podcast on the way to work. I listened to this certain one called The Lion, and get myself ramped up for the day. And sometimes those are the days that I produce the most. Those are the days when you go ahead and say, you know what, this is my job, I'm committed, I love what I do, I'm grateful and I'm thankful what I get to do. And when you go and you put that foot forward and that energy, and then you get that fish on the hook, you're like, oh my gosh, I could do this even when I don't feel good.
Yeah, and I mean, that attitude of gratitude will carry you through any storm.
And that is something, and you're on my LinkedIn, and that is something that I take a minute and I say, I'm thankful for this, or I'm grateful for that, or I'm thankful for this relationship, or this friendship, or my boss, my CEO, my managers, Madelyne Smith.
Oh.
I just gush all the time on LinkedIn about Madelyne. Oh. And it's so funny because death becomes her. Madelyne Ashton. I'll call her in the morning. I gotta talk to Madelyne. And she'll start laughing, and I'm like, God.
And I mean, I think that's another piece of advice. Like, have people in your corner that understand what you're doing and aren't going to, be there throughout your workday, but are going to be that nice little escape, an island of a person. Yeah. So definitely surround yourself with island people that while you're out zooming around on your speedboat, you can stop by one of their islands, have a little drink, hang out, and then get back to business. Yeah. I'm going to tell them a personal story about this. Let's do it.
So a couple weeks ago, I had a migraine. And I worked. I had to work. I didn't have a choice. I went to networking event. It was great networking. We had a great event. I brought donuts, and I was literally throwing up in the bathroom after the event because the migraine was that severe. And I got out of the event, and I really did not feel well at all. And a couple hours went by, my headache started to decrease to where I could at least function and I wasn't drooling. And I called her back and I was like, let's meet for lunch because we had plans that day. And she was so shocked. We met, had a nice little lunch. She babied me. That energy was what I needed to make me feel a little better. I went and finished my work day. And I just think that when you have a good work friend or work colleague or someone that you look forward to seeing at that networking event or that chamber event, that could be your go-getty. And like she said, in the day-to-day, we need a good Judy. We need someone that makes us feel she's on my side or he's on my side. They get it. They see what we're both going through. And I just am really appreciative of your friendship. And
I feel you.
I love you so much.
I love you too, and it was amazing to have, utilize your LinkedIn. Obviously, we'll talk about your LinkedIn event in a moment here, but utilize your LinkedIn because that's how this connection was made. We found each other, we connected,
take it back. Hold on. She called Heart with a client and gave me a client first. So, like, if that isn't a way to make a new friend, here's you a client. And then I followed her on LinkedIn. She followed me. We did a phone call. I invited her to an event. We came out. I seen her at the chamber. It kept happening. And I was like, this is my Judy. This is my jam. And I couldn't be more happier that we're friends and have all this. What is something in this year, in this industry, that's really just blew your mind that you've seen?
Honestly, in this industry, I think this year, what is blowing my mind more so is people have really taken the time to understand how to differentiate. So understanding that like our differentiator is that compassion. Other people have speed.
Sure.
We're also very quick, so don't count us out there.
Right.
But I think just understanding that you have to be very specific with what your goal is. And in restoration in general, previously I worked in window and door restoration with hail. You really have to have an understanding of what is your strong suit. How do you do this better than the next guy? So I'm starting to really see everyone kind of pull up with their differentiating factor, and that serves the entire community because we might have one homeowner who really cares about a specific quality, and we have a company that meets them there. So as much as I love competition, I do also think that we're in a great country and this is an opportunity for us to come together and have some healthy competition and understand that you might be best at this, we might be best at that. There's business for both of us and we can differentiate and still get out there and produce and be effective in our community.
Yeah. Toodles to that. It doesn't get any better than that. Is there a piece of self-help or sales or motivation that you either listen to or watch or read regularly?
Honestly, I do a lot of, and I know everyone's like, oh, crazy, but I talk to myself quite a bit. I do a lot of self check-ins. I'll do like a check-in on the AM, I'll do a check-in on the PM.
Yeah, too.
Oh, because it's so crazy. You're talking to people all day, you're blah, blah, blah. And then you have a silent moment and all of the, rattling inside needs some attention. So I think I definitely have a daily practice of just checking in. Maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's longer, but just noticing if there's any aversion inside of me, any issues, anything that I'm holding on to. Because again, in this industry, I might be having a conversation, I might start feeling a certain way, but I need to put that to the side to be able to focus on my client, my conversation, and the business goal at hand. So I think handling your personal life and being able to compartmentalize that, but then taking the time at the end of the day to open all the compartments and make sure you clean them all out. And my stepmom has this funny practice, she calls it, sweeping the room. So you almost go inside your head, you look at everything going on there, and you'll sweep it all up, you'll get rid of the clutter, and you'll put the things back on the shelf that need to be there. So having a daily practice, just connecting with yourself.
I think that's so important and such a good outlook on that. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning to, like every single one of you, see what the results were from election day yesterday. And we're not going to talk political. We're not going to say anything political. But after that, I went back in my room and I have a huge, beautiful altar. I'm Native American. And I lit my sage, I lit my candles, I lit my Palo Solo, and I just kind of took it all in, and I can only control me, my emotions, what I do, how I act, how I respond. And there's gonna be a million things in a day, in a week, in a month that we either love happen to us or hate it happen to us. All that's irrelevant, it's our response. So in 2024, I'm trying really hard to work on my response. And there is nothing wrong with stepping back and saying, I need a minute on that, I'm gonna get back to you, I'll follow up on that, and take that breather. Do not respond immediately until you've had that self-check with yourself and said, okay, here's the rules of engagement. And then make really good decisions that aren't going to affect in a negative way your life, your business, your home, whatever you're dealing with. I ask everybody these 2 questions that come on my show. And if you've been watching because you were coming onto the show, if you can go back to Madelyne's 15-year-old self,
Yes.
knowing what you know now, what would be the thing that you would say to her to prepare her for where she's at right this moment?
I think I would just tell her to have hope. Hold hope, have hope, embody hope, and just be hopeful, because everything will work out. The persistence is there, the tenacity is there, everything is there. It's just have hope.
That's beautiful. Then we're going to switch that up. Madelyne goes back to her 60-year-old self. What is the legacy that she wants to be remembered by? The thing that she would say to herself would be what?
I think continue to focus on the connections. As much as I get excited, like I said, about where the connections will take me, what the journey will be like, what the road will lead to, I think the focus continues to be on the connections, how they feel, the quality of life that they bring, and to continue making an impact, because doing that for people is the goal always. The money will come, the friendship will come, the profit will come, everything will come, but I think continuing to make an impact and showing people that compassion is out there, you deserve it, it's here for you, here it is, and I embody it. I think that's what I really hope to continue and be my legacy.
Being your friend, I think you're well on your way. The biggest thing that I can say to you, and you're younger, we're 25 years difference. I don't feel like that when I'm with you. I feel like I'm just one of the 20-year-old girls. We're having fun, we're going to lunch, we're running. Younger people today, and I'm hearing that same exact thing which you said, the road is open. The journey has just begun. There's all these possibilities at your age, and I think that's amazing. I think it's positive. I think it's beautiful. At 50 years old, I've been there. I've done that. 3 husbands, lived all over the United States. Anything I've ever wanted to do or have, I had it. The way I want to live what remaining time that I have here is in hope and gratitude and thankfulness, and being able to reflect on my journey and say, for myself, it's been a hell of a ride, and a lot of it I've enjoyed and some of it I could have done without. But seeing you and your youth and your beauty and your fabulousness, I have to still remember there's still a lot of journey to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I need to kind of, yes, I'm middle of the road, so to speak, but I still have a lot to contribute, a lot to do, and a lot to work on my own legacy. So my older ladies and my older gentlemen that like to watch the show, remember, you're still on the journey. You're still on the path. You still have years and roads to go, and getting inspired by different people. And you've seen my friends and business colleagues on this show week after week after week. You see that chemistry, you see that friendship between almost everybody that's been on the show. Those are friendships and colleagues and business people that I could not have done anything without their mentorship, their care, their love, their compassion, their friendship, the laughs along the way. I lost my mother 6 months ago, and every single body in the Denver metro area was compassionate and kind, and I'd never been in that space before. And I came back from it with a lot of help. And I'm just grateful and thankful for my relationships and my friendships with these amazing people. And you're going to continue to see them coming on this show. You're going to see that chemistry. You're going to see that love and that compassion and that kindness and caring. Because for the remainder of the time here, that's all I have to give. That's it. I just have to be the representation of that. So.
Definitely. And I think you also need to pay tribute, though, to, you're looking for more hope, you're looking to always develop more gratitude, but you need to pay tribute to the confidence that you embody and the way that your presence instills more confidence in other people. Because I think when we go to networking events together, it's so much fun to kind of ride on your coattail and the way that you make a grand entrance and everyone knows you. It's the best.
Oh my That confidence, I don't know where it came from.
I mean, you've been developing it.
I can't tell you
where
it came from. And for me, and much like other women, when I am put together, I feel confident.
Absolutely.
You know, when I have got my stuff set and I feel good and I look good, then I can go out there and put that best face forward to the world. And, you know, let's break it down. Me and you have to go into different cities, different areas. Some of them are urban, some of those are metro, some of those are rural. And I was in Fort Collins and Loveland yesterday, and it's a different world there. And some negative things happened, and I just had to brush that aside and keep on working. And I just want everybody to have kindness going forward. And we're all human beings, and we're all American citizens here, and each of us, regardless of who we voted for or the way we live our life or our religions, we're human beings. And you get up in the morning and you put your clothes on, your makeup, and brush your teeth and present yourself to the world. I do the same thing. My coworkers do. Your coworkers do. And we're all out there trying to work and provide for our families and live our lives. And if you say something cruel, it hurts us. If you physically hit us or hurt us, it hurts us. And if you verbally do that, it hurts us. So be cognizant of your words and just try to have the milk of human kindness going forward in these uncertain times. And it can be a little scary. And today is a day of a lot of wow. And that's as much as in deep as I'm going to go into it. Is there anything you've got upcoming that you want to let us know about, or preparation?
Let's get our drum roll going. Yes, this Friday, the DTC B2B Network Exchange, Arica Netterville is going to be giving us a fantastic presentation on how to utilize your LinkedIn to the best capacity that you can. And we're not talking about the premium version where you pay $1 zillion and they get you out there and you can't see who saw you and all this. We're talking about the free version. We're talking about utilizing that free version to the utmost capacity to not only gain traction with your brand, but to gain leads, to get the money, to actually, go from no sales to sales. Yeah. So if you are free, 8:45, doors open, DTC, Arica's having an event. So yes.
Well, that's amazing, and I appreciate you putting that in there, but we have to really get serious. Yes. So work cell phone number in case over the next few days when we have this consistent 20s, pipes are going to break, things are going to fail. How can they reach out to you?
Yes, so directly with our company, we do have an emergency number, but my number, if you would like to call us, schedule an appointment. If you don't have an emergency, definitely call me, 720-512-8990. If you do have an emergency, call me as well, 720-512-8990. And our website, Standard Restoration, will also have the information for our service lines, if they're after hours, so forth. But we do have a wonderful project manager that will be on your call within a shorter than an hour time period. And yes, so if you do find any water, unfortunately, obviously broken pipes are going to be the biggest sign, but appliances that are leaking, we have sewage backup.
Oh, I didn't even think about.
Yeah, so definitely like make sure to be.
Dishwasher fails. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I mean, be cognizant of your water bill, of all of these things, but the major ones are water, obviously, if you see bubbling in your ceiling, cracking, spider webs, so forth. If you do see a little bit of mildew, so forth, you definitely want to call us. But the main one right now with the weather is burst pipes. So please be aware of the preventative measures that you can take. Obviously, Hart has been out doing a lot of preventative maintenance, doing a lot of insulation on pipes, but in homes where you have pipes inside of cabinetry, make sure that you're opening those up so that the warm air can circulate. Make sure that when it's staying below freezing, you're dripping your faucet.
I didn't even.
Yeah, all of it is very, very great. And I will post something on my LinkedIn here. That way everyone has access to the preventative. But we can't always prevent disasters. And when one does happen to you, the unfortunate reality is that you will have to call a restoration and a plumber, and luckily, here we are.
Wow. We're gonna switch up and go into Heart's Marketing Minute with Odie Smith. As much of you know, we are a veteran-owned company. Robert Townsend, Mike Townsend, yesterday, and we found out about this morning, I didn't even know about it. There was a very low income veteran that the living conditions were horrific. There was no food in the cabinets or the refrigerator. And this gentleman was basically just shivering, freezing cold. And Heart, heating, plumbing, cooling, electric, our owner installed a furnace for that veteran, and at no charge. And then sent out a technician to go and buy groceries and fill this customers' cabinets and refrigerators with groceries to eat, and is there checking on them today and making sure that everything is good. And that kind of kindness, that kind of love and sympathy and empathy for a fellow veteran, I know that I'm working in the right place. I know that our staff is taken care of. We get treated like gold here at Heart, and they're buying turkeys and hams and desserts for our employees and our families to take home, and we're doing a coat drive, and we're doing stuff to help battered women this year, and all of that is coming from our CEO. He's just amazing, amazing, amazing. And we have all different kinds of staff here. We have Latino staff, we have African American staff, we have Hispanic staff, we have LGBT and non-binary staff that work in this business, and everybody here gets the same care and concern, and they pay our entire medical 100% and 401k matching, and there's like 1,000,001 things that Heart does for us, and I just know I'm home. And I had to take a minute and give that marketing minute, because when that kind of kindness that you do for another human being and a fellow veteran, I come from a military family. My father, both of my grandfathers, my brother are all service members. And I cried in the morning meeting this morning. I was just like wailing. And today's been a very emotional day for all of us. And I've leaned on her, I've leaned on my coworkers, I've leaned on my friends, and it's gonna be okay. And we're gonna have to be there for one another the next 4 years, and check on each other, and communicate, and care, and love, and all of those things. And we're right here at the beginning of the holidays, and I could not imagine.
I am so excited for the holidays.
Holidays with you. I did my Christmas shopping. I was like a maniac on Sunday. I'm doing my Christmas shopping, listening to Christmas music in my car, and I went home and wrapped presents.
You said Christmas shopping.
I did. I did my Christmas shopping.
It was just Halloween.
And I bought you Christmas presents this.
Oh my gosh. My heart.
Yes, I just, I love my friends and my colleagues and everybody in this community, and I'm so proud and happy and honored and humbled and grateful and thankful to be a part of it. This podcast today feels like it's all about me.
No, it's all about the gratitude.
It's about the gratitude, and we're both in it. And so when you see Maddie, I call her Maddie, out and about, connect with her, get that business card, because she is a conduit for new business. She's meeting people, she's connecting people, she's learning from the master. And you know, the biggest thing in my life is I can teach somebody or help somebody to learn and grow because I've been there and I've done the same thing 25 years ago. That for me, oh my God, it doesn't get any better than that. Normally I go into chamber corner. I'm not today. I have one announcement, and it's about one chamber. As most of you know, I'm ambassador to the Denver Metro Chamber. We have Leads Connect today, even in the snowstorm. Jimmy John's showed up and provided the food. Rob Rose was there coordinating everything with our group of probably about 30 people. Normally we have 40 to 60 in that room. I want you to jump on the Denver Metro Chamber website, look at that calendar of events. We still have another Leads Connect. We have Chamber in the city. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good this year. And then here's the one thing. Coming up in January, the second Wednesday in January, Rob Rose from the Chamber is going to be a guest here on this show. Oh my God.
That'll be a good one.
That's going to be an exciting episode as well. Again, this podcast is something that I started a few months ago, and there's already a body of work, and people are coming to me. I want to be on your show. I want to be on your show. Spotify, I didn't get to talk about this last week, has invited me to be a part of the Spotify family.
Yay!
And it's a lot of work getting that content up. I was recommended by two incredible podcasters and two former people that had been on our show. And the network, the business development, the relationships that this is cultivating is beautiful. And doing something so selfless as putting together a platform that business movers and shakers in the Denver business community and surrounding areas can come on and talk about their business, their brand, who they are, where they're going, what they're doing in a positive, beautiful way is hands down, I could not have thought of or created anything better than the Denver Business Beat podcast, and your support has been just truly remarkable, and I'm so grateful and thankful for all the guests it's been on. We are booked until February with people coming on the show. So we're gonna do some special stuff in Christmas, and some Christmas locations we'll be filming at. It's gonna be beautiful. We've got a whole slew of movers and shakers coming onto the show all the way up until February and more after that. I just want to say thank you, and when you see us out and about, know that we're human beings and we're people, and we have to turn on every day to get you to want to use our services, our businesses that we're attached to, and it is a lot of hard work that we're out there. I'm in Fort Collins one day, I'm in Colorado Springs, you're all over Helen Creation. We're at networking events, we're at functions, we're at ribbon cuttings. We're trying to make those connections so that we can service your needs, whether it's residential or commercial. We're here for you, and we love what we do, we're passionate what we do, and we care, and we have sympathy. You're not just an invoice and a credit card to us. I'm gonna follow through. She's gonna follow through. We're gonna come back to your office and bring cookies and a thank you card, and hi, how is everything going, and how's everything back put together? And you know, that's the kind of care and quality that you deserve. And I just want to thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Absolutely.
Please connect with Madelyne Smith on LinkedIn. If you're on my LinkedIn, you can look at my contact. She's on there as well. I will be tagging her name through the LinkedIn podcast today when I get that all set up with her phone number and her LinkedIn handle and her business website. There's a lot of times that I'll recommend somebody or say something online and tag that business. What you and what Standard Restoration does is they repost that. They share that content. They're like me. I will do that out of the goodness of my heart without any want or desire. I share all kinds of different women's groups and chamber groups and entrepreneurial things because I care, and I care about those people, and I want to, and you do that too.
And that's the biggest thing. I think our companies both resonate in the compassion, in the care for people, in the serious want to take a disaster, take a bad situation, and turn it into something that you thought could never be better.
Yeah.
It's like we go in and we understand your disaster, and we'll take your disaster and turn that into a brand new opportunity. With our rebuild team, with all of our clientele, we've been able to go in there and transform terrible experiences into ones that they want to rave about. So definitely, if there's ever a situation, give Heart a call, give Standard a call. They're there for you, they're compassionate, and we're excited. We're not excited about your damage, but we're excited to get you through and to the other side.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Denver Business Beat podcast. My name is Arica Netterville. This is my very special, beautiful guest with flower power energy, Madelyne Smith with Standard Restoration. We will see you out and about. Have a wonderful day and take care.